Hey y'all, welcome back. We're going to take and add another one to the story. This is actually going to be on the hunting stories. This is one of the deer I took, and this is the story and the buck that we call 300. All right. This story here is kind of unusual. I was actually not hunting when the opportunity come to take this buck. So here a few years back, I was up here at the process shed, been hunting that morning, rut been on, and we had a bunch of deer to shed. So the whole family's out here. My cousin Harley, my cousin that's passed now, Keith. We were all out here working in the deer shed, processing deer, and my uncle come out here with my cousin's husband, which is his son-in-law, and they come running up here and was like, "We need to borrow a gun. We need to borrow a gun." And I was like, "Okay." So my stuff was right there from hunting that morning. So I handed him my .6 742 Woodsmaster. It had, I think, 4 in the clip, and then I gave him a spare clip, and they took off down the road, which is less than a mile where my uncle's lease was at. So anyway, I got to think about it and thought, well, that was my gun. I might need to go see what's going on. So I jumped in the truck, and me and my cousin Keith rode out the road, and we got out here at my uncle's. And what had happened was, prior to this, they were at my uncle's house and seen a buck come in with following a doe over on their lease across the road. So they went across the road. He asked him for a gun, and he gave him a 243 he had in there, but he only had one shell. So he goes across the road, sneaks up, and he gets a shot at this buck. Well, he shoots, and the buck goes down. The doe don't leave. Well, after sitting there watching him for a little bit, the buck just gets back up, and he's following the doe around the field like nothing's wrong. And they could see that it was a high hit right at the hairline on the back. So it was just enough shot to knock him down. So they went back out there and got up in the field with my gun, and he shot and missed, which it wasn't his gun. He wasn't used to shooting it. And he shot and missed again. Well, the time we got there and figured out what was going on, I ended up sneaking over, and I got the gun, and he said, "I can't hit with your gun, you're going to have to hit." Now, they've done moved up the hill a pretty good piece. So I fired a shot and hit low. Well, they ran up the hill a little bit further. I fired another shot and hit low. Now, this is with my gun. So finally, I get a good brace, and the deer's right at the top of the field, fixing to leap the fence and jump onto the neighbor's property. I got a real good rest, zeroed in, put my crosshairs right at the brow tines, level with the brow tines in the back of his head, thinking, because he was way up there, I was thinking it was like 250, and pulled the trigger and actually hit the deer in the back of the skull, and it come out the side of his jaw right here and just dropped him like a sack of potatoes. So we're all excited. We load up in the back of the truck, drive around, have to go to the neighbor's property because where the deer was at, be easier to drag, through the fence. So we get up there, and me and Mark both get to looking at the deer, and we load it up, and everybody's high-fiving, and it's just an awesome moment, and we start back, and then it starts wondering, well, whose deer actually is it? So we get to going down the driveway, and Mark, he says, "Good shot, Jamie," and blah, blah, blah. And I said, "It was just luck, hitting him that far away." And I said, "But it's the biggest deer I ever shot at. Thanks for letting, I enjoyed being out here with you, as it went down." He said, "That's the biggest deer you shot at. You just keep it. You're the one who killed him anyway." So anyway, brought him back. Really good deer. Just one of them things that you never expect. It's not really a hunting scenario. I wasn't in the woods hunting. I wasn't after deer. Didn't have no back history like I do with most deer that we put on the hunting stories. But it's still a really good story and a really good deer. Actually ranged it, and how he got his nickname from where we were at to where the deer was standing was 307 yards. So that deemed the nickname 300. So very big, special thanks to my cousin and how it all went down, and my cousin's husband. And I'm still extremely proud of it as if I killed him out in the woods. But anyway, just one of those freak things. Shoot a deer with no camouflage, not even hunting. Just happen to get the opportunities. You got to be ready when you can. So that's the story of 300. Be looking out for more. And as always, God bless.